Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me for this session of Business Bitesize. One of the things that we're very focused on in our business advisory team, our purpose really, is to help business owners leverage the opportunities that they have and build business value. And that leads on to a fundamental question about how you measure business value. So today I wanted just to share briefly some thoughts on that very question. In terms of business valuation. So when we're valuing businesses, for the vast majority of them at least, we look at this formula. So the value of your business is essentially a multiple of its future maintainable profit. So there's some interesting things within that statement, which I think is worth reflecting on when you're thinking about your businesses and how to build value. The first thing is that what's gone on in the past can be a useful indicator as to what's going to happen in the future. But if you've ever bought any shares or done any investments, you'll know that they come with a disclaimer about past performance being no guarantee of future performance. So when somebody's buying your business, what they're going to benefit from is the profit that it makes next year and the year after that. They're not going to benefit from the historic profits that it's made, because that's what they're essentially buying from you. So it's about future profitability, and you can help by showing some good evidence. The stronger the evidence that we have of future profitability, and the more credible the forecasts, largely coming from the fact that you've done forecasts historically and then met that level of forecast, hit those targets, that will help to establish that the future maintainable profit looks positive. What else about maintainability? So a good management team is key. That's going to help maintain profitability. A growing market, good presence in a growing market is helpful. A good, strong product, possibly protected, possibly patented, but a product that's got more mileage in it, more room to grow in more sales. Annuity income is always valuable, so contracted income and annuities, so maintenance contracts, regular ongoing income streams. All these things help a buyer to assess the certainty of future profitability, future income, and of course that certainty helps them to reduce risk. So the future maintainable is where their risk is. Is it maintainable? The profit is all about the performance of the business, of course, and that can be impacted by things like productivity, growing sales, and most importantly, cash generation. So buyers will be very interested in how much cash your business generates. And as we've talked about previously, profit and cash don't always go hand in hand. So the final element of the formula then is the multiple. So what multiple are we going to apply to the profitability? That essentially is a payback period, if you think about it. So if we're paying a 3 times multiple, we're going to get our money back from the profit that the business makes in a 3-year period, and so on if it's a 5-year or a 10-year. So the multiple is really based on that. What you can see, of course, from this is it's really the buyer that's taking all of the risk, which is why if we're getting higher multiples or paying values based on future profitability, we may get into things like deferred consideration or earn-out arrangements, but that's a bit too complicated for today's conversation. And then the final part of the valuation will be to look at things like excess working capital. So a lot of SME business owners now will generate profits, but they won't necessarily pay them out in dividends. They'll leave them in the business and the cash builds up, and there may be excess cash as a result in the business, and typically that will get paid on top of any valuation derived from a multiple of profit. So I guess in simple terms, that's how we look at a business value. And if you're looking to build value in your business, there's a number of things within that formula that you need to be thinking about. So building the management team, getting contracts in place with customers, being in the right market, having annuity income, all of these things can impact on the valuation and what a buyer may decide to pay for your business. So thank you for listening. Look forward to catching up with you again for the next session. Thank you.